Khloe Kardashian accuses Kim Kardashian of being two-faced during a dispute regarding North West. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kim Kardashian and Khloé Kardashian have once again found themselves in the middle of a family disagreement that played out in front of the cameras. This time, it was over a parenting issue that made Khloé feel like Kim was being unfair. Over the years, fans have seen both sisters get into different arguments, some more serious than others. But in this situation, Khloé couldn't keep quiet after noticing something that seemed like a double standard from Kim, and even their mom Kris Jenner had something to say about it. In the latest episode of their show, The Kardashians, which is streamed on Hulu, the three women decided to go on a camping trip to Joshua Tree, which is just outside of Los Angeles. This getaway was supposed to be a fun and peaceful time for bonding, but things quickly became tense after something that happened during the trip. Kim, who shares 4 children with her former husband Kanye West, has always shown how much she cares about being there for her kids, no matter where she is. Her children are North, who is 11 years old, Saint, who is 8, Chicago, who is 6, and Sam, who is 5. Khloé, on the other hand, has 2 children, a daughter named True, who is 6 years old, and a younger son named Tatum, who is 2. Her children are with her ex-partner Tristan Thompson. While they were enjoying their time in the RV during the camping trip, Kim got a FaceTime call from her oldest daughter North. At that time, North was in China attending one of her father Kanye's concerts. As soon as Kim answered, North told her that she wasn't sure if she had even gotten any sleep. Kim reacted with concern and told her that it was probably because of jet lag, which is something people feel when they travel across time zones. Kim then continued to talk with her daughter for a long time and even started showing her around the RV where they were staying. While this may have seemed like a normal mother-daughter moment, it started to bother both Khloé and Kris. They felt like Kim was spending too much time on the call during their trip and couldn't help but remember a similar situation that happened in the past involving Khloé. Just a while ago, Kim had been upset with Khloé during another trip because Khloé took some time to talk to her own children over the phone. Kim had criticized her for not focusing on the moment and instead talking to her kids. So now, seeing Kim do the same thing with North made Khloé feel like Kim wasn't being fair. She believed Kim was doing exactly what she had previously complained about, and that wasn't okay with her. Khloé didn't hide how she felt. In her confessional interview during the show, she spoke directly about the issue. She said that it was crazy that Kim was the same person who gave her a hard time for simply saying goodnight to her child. But now, Kim was on the phone with North for what felt like hours. Khloé made it clear that she thought Kim was being two-faced, saying one thing before and now doing something completely different. Kris Jenner, their mom, also had her thoughts about the situation. She seemed to support Khloé and remembered how upset Kim had been during that earlier disagreement. In her own confessional, Kris said that this was exactly what Kim had once blamed Khloé for. Kris used a common phrase, saying it was like the pot calling the kettle black, which means criticizing someone for something you're also guilty of. Back inside the RV, Kris decided to speak up and let Kim know how she felt about what was happening. She reminded Kim that they were getting close to their destination and that more than half of their trip so far had been spent on the phone with Kim's children. Kris explained that even though she loved hearing from her grandchildren, she remembered clearly how upset Kim had been with Khloé for something similar. This moment during the camping trip may have seemed small, but it brought out a deeper issue between the sisters. It wasn't just about a phone call. It was about fairness, respect, and how each of them shows love and attention to their children. Khloé felt hurt that Kim didn't treat her the same way she wanted to be treated. She felt like she was judged harshly for doing what Kim was now doing without any second thoughts. These kinds of moments aren't new for the Kardashian family. Fans have seen them get into arguments, cry, make up, and grow over the years. Their bond as sisters has always been strong, but like any family, they have their ups and downs. What made this situation more emotional was how Khloé seemed truly disappointed in Kim, not just angry. She didn't understand why her sister couldn't see that she was doing the exact same thing she once got mad about. Kim, on her part, didn't seem to realize right away that her actions were upsetting Khloe and Kris. She was focused on being a mother and talking to her daughter, which is something everyone understands. But the problem wasn't the phone call itself, it was how she reacted when Khloe did the same thing earlier. It made Khloe feel like she was being unfairly criticized, while Kim got a free pass for the same behavior. This also shows how parenting can sometimes create tension, especially when people feel judged or misunderstood. Khloe had only tried to be a caring mom by staying in touch with her kids. She didn't expect that to become a reason for a fight with her sister. So now, when the same thing happened with Kim, it brought back all those old feelings and made her speak up. Kris, as the mother of both women and the one who often tries to keep peace in the family, found herself stuck in the middle. She understood both sides, but she couldn't help but agree with Khloe this time. She felt it was important to point out the double standard and remind Kim that everyone deserves to be treated equally, especially when it comes to parenting choices. The whole situation shows just how tricky family relationships can be, even in families that are as close as the Kardashians. Sometimes people make mistakes. Sometimes they don't notice when they're being unfair. But what matters is whether they're willing to admit it, learn from it, and move forward. In this case, Khloe stood up for herself and spoke the truth as she saw it. Kris supported her, and now it's up to Kim to see whether she understands their point of view. As fans continue to watch the new season of the Kardashians, moments like these give them a closer look into the personal lives of the family. It's not just about glamour and fame. It's also about real emotions, real family problems, and how they deal with them. Even though they live very public lives, the feelings they experience, jealousy, disappointment, love, confusion, are the same ones people all over the world go through in their own families. The argument between Kim and Khloe may pass, just like others have in the past. But it highlights something important about communication and how easy it is to hurt someone without realizing it. Kim probably didn't mean to upset Khloe, but by not noticing her own actions, she created a situation where her sister felt disrespected. On the other side, Khloe was right to express her feelings instead of keeping them inside and letting the anger grow. This moment might lead to a more open conversation between the sisters where they can clear things up and avoid similar problems in the future. It's also a reminder that everyone has blind spots. Sometimes people don't see their own behavior clearly until someone else points it out. At the end of the day, both Kim and Khloe love their children deeply, and that's something they have in common no matter what. They want the best for their kids and want to be there for them as much as possible. That shared love for their families can hopefully help them understand each other better and move past this disagreement. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.